Lamar Thornton let me teach at the Y. So this is where I was teaching youth again at the El Faro youth program down in Harlem. And this is the last paying job that I had teaching. Again, years later, back at the Borough of Manhattan Community College. And that was cool because for 8 classes, for 8 individual classes, I got paid, what is it, $675. So that's how valuable Tai Chi is. So when I start teaching and certifying people, you'll know that Tai Chi is valuable. So you know, like I said, I'm still fixing things up. And this is one of my favorite things from Bruce Lee's Tao of Jeet Kune Do. And it says, into a soul absolutely free from thoughts and emotion, even the tiger finds no room to insert its fierce claws. One and the same breeze passes over the pines on the mountain and the oak trees in the valley. And why do they give different tones? The eye sees it. Excuse me, no thinking, no reflecting, perfect emptiness, yet therein something moves, following its own course. The eyes see it, but no hands can take hold of it. The moon in the stream, clouds and mists, they are mid-air transformations. Above them eternally shine the sun and the moon. Victory is for the one, even before combat, who has no thought of himself, abiding in the no-mindness of great origin. This is called the Tao. And this is a picture of a Taoist hero. Taoist heroes always had swords. They're known for their swords, from Wudang, or Wu-Tang as we say. And this is a drawing by Bruce Lee. So we'll be doing healing here. You know, I have my little Red Cross first aid certificate. So if you fall out in here, I know now how to revive you. And you know, we go into pressure points and healing and all that type of stuff besides martial arts. Like I said, I just threw the bed up against the wall so we had a space in here. And over here we have my little weapons showcase. Again, I've lost so much stuff. This is just a few of the things that I've had, but it's enough to work out with. You know, my double sticks, I think those are the oldest things I own. Under that tape, that's black tape, the sticks are actually the bottoms of crutches. Back in the day, crutches used to be made out of wood. And that wood there is like the hardest thing you can imagine. So I still own them. I mean, I think this is from the 70s, literally. You know, and then I learned knife fighting in the Marine Corps. And, you know, this is my knife and fork weapons. Call these the double stars, the Maji double stars. Now, in one of the systems we used a machete, but, you know, I have the stylized machete. The belt and the little cane there represents the crook, like you see in Egyptian iconography. And the belt represents the falal, whipping people into shape. This is the hook. The crook is about gathering people, and the falal is about whipping them into shape. And you know, we have the throwing knives here. This I'm going to make into a flute, piece of bamboo. And this is my iron palm training bag. So we use the iron palm, or in our system of Tai Chi, we actually call it the cotton palm, which is kind of ironic since I'm what you call a so-called black man. But again, we have a poem for that which says, Chi goes from the navel part, strength centers in the palm heart. In the substantial your strength is found. Exhale air while making a sound. Upward pushing is necessary. Pressing with a horse step primary. Remember attacking, pushing, and blowing. The bones near your pulses are forcefully going. So when you practice iron palm here, what happens is when you know, people think, you know, look at me and my hair's gray and, you know, I'm just a little skinny guy, but I can smack the shit out of you. What happens is the chi comes to the palm. And when you hit somebody, if somebody throws a punch at me, I can smack their arm and bust a vein in the arm. If I hit you in the body, we bust organs. I hit you in the heart, the organ is busted. You know, so that's it. That's our little room, and there I go in my little mirror there, and everything like is, you know, it's little. Here go my little picture of me on the bagua. And that's it. That's my bedroom slash workout room. And on this little piece of wall here, I put what's called the negative confessions. These are the things you must be able to say before you pass on into the afterlife. And they call them negative confessions because they are pronounced or said in the negative fashion, which is actually the way we should affirm things, in the negative. Because when you say, okay, I don't wanna, it's actually saying that you do wanna. So we say, not have I done wrong, not have I despoiled, not have I robbed, so on and so forth down the line. And then when your spirit pass on, your heart is weighed on the scale of Ma'at for truth and justice. Did you tell the truth? Did you not do that? Did you not do this? And this is where you get your little 10 commandments from. They're all in there. All 10 of them are in there. Okay, so last thing you might notice around here on the door here, and then also in the within the pyramid itself, you'll notice the Hebrew letters. These are all letters of Yahuwah, Yahuwah, Yahuwah. If you say it over and over again, it sounds like the heartbeat. Yahuwah, 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 Yahuwah. And what that is, what I have them in the pyramid here, is to protect or to seal the different directions when I do my meditation or I do my spiritual work as far as the magic and things. So each of them, each has a different direction. You have up, you have below, you have north, You have south, east, and west. And the letters are set up in different orders. One is Yahovah, the next one is Ho Yahweh, so on and so forth, until you say all the letters. And you seal off yourself. So, this is a symbol for Perneter Kemet. And it means that we've been using cannabis for thousands of years. This is nothing new. I'm not just making up some new religion and saying because I want to smoke weed. No, cannabis is used for spiritual enlightenment. It's all in the Bible. I'm going to go into that on subsequent videos. But this cannabis was used not just for smoking, just for fun, but it was used for spiritual enlightenment. And then when you find it in the Bible, when you read the original language in the Hebrew, it's called cannabosum. Cannabosum. And it was only used by the priests. So when you read that Moses went into the Holy of Holies and saw God, and you only knew that he was in there because all this smoke was coming out the Holy of Holies. That's how you knew he was in there talking to God, because all this smoke. And God said, "You will see me in the smoke," so on and so forth. When you start to read the Bible and think about, oh, wait a minute, this is cannabosum. And God came to Moses and be like, "Hey, y'all didn't bring my cannabosum to me. Where's it at? There ain't no animal sacrifices. I want my cannabosum." So in those days, it was only used by the priest to talk to God. Think about that. It wasn't used for just to get high. But this is a different time. I'm going to be teaching these things in my temple, which we have to call a church according to federal standards. But as a church or temple, I don't have any restrictions on how much I can grow. For instance, here in California, you know, when you get your little card from the doctor, you can grow 12 plants. Now, as a church, I can grow as many plants I want, because what? There is separation of religion and church. And the Supreme Court has stated that that the government and the state cannot tell a church or a religious organization what to use. And this comes down from a case of indigenous people or Native Americans using ayahuasca, which is a mushroom, an hallucinogen mushroom. And they went to court and they was like, well, we can't tell these people what to use for religious purposes. So I can grow how much I want. I can grow it with all the THC that's supposed to come with it. And I can distribute it across state lines to my members. Just my members, not just anybody. You have to be a member, and you have to know the religious part. You can't just get busted with a couple of pounds of weed and be like, yeah, well, I belong to the church. No, you better know what you're talking about. Why are you smoking it? And so on and so forth. So, you know, when we have land, we're going to get into all that. But like I said, in this temple, I'm going to be starting to make cannabis medicines. Because if you've been doing the research, you're starting to find out people are getting healed. You know, I teach healing, breathing, and meditation and all that. But we have cannabis medicine that's healing cancer and epilepsy in children. This is fantastic to me. And it is the original reason that I got the certificate from Perneter Kemet. Specifically for that reason. So, that's it. Whoa, one more thing I want to show you. This is I do my handmade pyramids. This one up here is a double pyramid. If you can see it, you know, I put a hole in it so I can add crystals or whatever and charge them up, but it's also to keep, my meeting room energized. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little introduction of Permanente Kemet and Bates University. And as we say, Hetep, peace in the mind, peace in the heart. And Hetep, not Hotep, it ain't no hoes around here. Hetep means peace in the middle of adversity. And what that means is, right now, again, as you all know, we are in the middle of adversity. They are beating down our grandmothers, our wives, our women, shooting down our children in the street. If that's not adversity, I don't know what is. But panicking will not help the situation. We must come together, plan what we're going to do, not march, plan with it between each other, what is it that we're going to do. And in my case, is to get out of here, get some land, grow food, build up, and maybe even repatriate back to the land we call Africa. I'm going to set up a committee, which again I was kind of reminded about through looking at Dr. Umar's video, that he's a what you call a Garveyite, and that was about inclusion of all so-called African Americans. They came to him, wanted him to start, come as a Christian, come as a Muslim, and he called us the Hoteppers, those of us into the Kemetic sciences, the Hoteppers. And I had to realize he's right. We got all these knowledge, we got all these books, but we don't have one institution. We don't have any land. Like my teacher bought land. Dr. Malachi Z. York, we call Doc. He bought land. He didn't get all on TV like Farrakhan and threaten the government if you don't give us justice. If you don't give us justice, what? What you gonna do? Where's your weapons? Where's your army? Where's your navy? Where's your air force? Where's your marines at? None. Nada. Nowhere. So we gonna get land. We're not gonna ask nobody for justice. We just go get land. We just go grow food. Wait around for Jesus if you want. Wait around for Muhammad if you want. We are being shot down in the streets now. The group I put together here, we gonna do for us today. Not in the future. Your Jesus, your Savior, if he's coming back in the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is about 100-something years from now. So wait if you want to. Hit up! This is Harder Koof, Hetep Du Amatef. Signing off, Professor R.T. Bates. Peace.